All right, so we are back with a little bit of modern blue-white control as it is currently formulated, splashing into all 5 colors. This is Wafotapa's deck, Guilome Wafotapa, legendary control player. This is not his most recent list, because I haven't been able to find that yet, but this is the one he posted last week, and did not change. He didn't change it a huge amount to this week, so I could have grabbed his list, but I'm fine with playing this one. So using a lot of the best blue and white cards in Modern, a very different configuration than the sort of 4-color Wrenn and 6 blue-white decks. We're not... let's see. Yeah, the update with current versions. Oh, no, not if you click on card at a time, it does work, which it wasn't before. So that at least that's working. Anywho, we've got Leyline Binding and enough Triomes and stuff to support it. 3 Prismatic Endings in the main, and that's because he doesn't want to, he specifically talked about how drawing too much removal in this deck could be a problem. You've got your counterspells as well. And then the only Planeswalker we're playing is Teferi Time Raveler. And that's specifically because it synergizes with Leyline Binding and Solitude as a way to gain card advantage. You can even do it with Dress Down. And tapping down for Jace or Teferi 5 even can be very punishing against a lot of decks in this format. So instead, our powerful card advantage engine is Memory Deluge, which draws you 2 cards on the front, 2 cards on the back, and gives you an exceptional amount of selection. We've also got Shark Typhoon and Hall of Storm Giants as major threats, with Solitude kind of showing up as a minor threat. And there's a one of Hall of Heliod's Generosity. It's a 25-land deck, so you can basically say we're 24 lands with this one little goofy guy. This lets us loop Shark Typhoons and Dress Downs, and even Leyline Bindings if they get destroyed. And a lot of people were going into Wafo's challenge run on the weekend. He made a top 4. I think he would have made the finals if he hadn't made a small punt, although I didn't see that match, but I was informed afterwards. Anyway, throughout that entire run, the Hall of Heliod's Generosity came up a lot. It's a very relevant card, so... we've got Flame Blitz in the sideboard for decks with heavy Planeswalkers. Is it not the flavor to play Veil anymore? I guess you just don't need it. Additionally, the deck you want Veil against most is probably Black-Red, and Chalice of the Void is nuts. A 25-land deck. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. It's not great. Really need to play very fast to play this well. I think the other thing is, one of the things that's going to save me from having time issues is not being as experienced and have a holistic view of this deck as Wafo does. He's very able, he's always thinking of what he's potentially drawing, all the outs, all the potential cards in the opponent's deck. I don't have that ability because this is the first time we're registering this deck. I've played decks similar to it, but I feel like I'm not going to have the same level of decision paralysis as he does because I'm not as experienced with it, if that makes sense. So kind of want to just snap off a Solitude here and then keep Counterspell up. Although I guess a lot of their mill on 2 is not all that powerful, right? It's like Cycle Fraying Sanity, play a second Crab. So maybe instead of doing that, we just like grab a Breeding Pool and we binding this. Alternatively, what completes my Triomes? It would be... Let's fetch and look. Don't fetch until you can double fetch? Oh, if we want to play around the... Yeah. Okay, so there isn't a Breeding Pool. There is a Zagoth Triome. So now I have to make the decision. Am I... Yeah, because this completes my Triomes. Yeah, am I playing into the Archive Trap here or not, I guess is the question. I mean, I've already fetched, so the only option is to have the Solitude and hold up Counterspell. That gets punished by them having a second crab. But second crab, I could Archmage's Charm if I had to. All right, we'll just go this way. May not be the right way to do this, but that's where we're at now. We'll see. We went this direction, Rovethul. So there's an archive trap. Yeah, I should have waited until I could double fetch, I guess, but didn't do that, so. Okay, it doesn't look like they have a second crab, so that's great. They could have Drown in the lock, but that's fine. If I need to Archmage's Charm this turn, I will. Otherwise, hopefully going to be able to use this Archmage's Charm to draw 2. So none of their powerful mill effects are... That's fine. So they go to fetch. Probably steal the crab.
Compadres, it is imperative that we crush the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season.
And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Hold on a second. Thanks for the follow. The Last Spartan MTG. Are they drowning this? They're drowning this. Okay. Good draw. Not a great draw. So, obviously open to a Tasha's here, but I don't think I can not be, realistically. Wow, main deck Assassin's Trophy. What matchup do you think the blue-white most wants to see in the winner's meta? That's something to say more... Oh, it's Murktide by a mile. I think Murktide is supposed to be a horrible dog in that matchup. Like 10%. Not 10%, but like 25%. So if I Deluge and hit a land and a Counterspell or a... Prismatic Ending, pretty happy. Archmage's Charm and Typhoons. Well, guess I'm grabbing this and that. I don't think it hoses this version as badly freed as the blue-white Red and 6 versions. But you may be right. That may be more significant than I'm allowing for. Glimpse. Oh, I forgot about Glimpse. I guess some of the mill decks weren't playing it for a while. This one has like 5 basics freed. I think Wafo is a player who's well aware of meta shifts like that and builds accordingly. 2 islands in the grave and a plains, so no basics left. They have 1 card in hand. I'm going to go ahead and fetch to see if I have anything. I don't know that I do. I don't. Shit. Steel Crab when they crack. I think getting a 4/4 Shark going this turn, if possible. Wouldn't it be better to shock in the Steam Vents to block my Counterspell? Yeah, probably. I think if I get the... Like, if they don't kind of wreck me up this turn with heavy milling. Okay, so that has to be countered. Because this crab is going to mill another 6. So yeah. Wow, another dead fetch land. All right. So the Shark, in theory, still has enough time to win me this game. They're not cracking their things? Oh boy. Is that lethal? It's looking kind of lethal. So 6 more that they have right now? All right, it's close. It's both strip mines too. Oh, they're wastelands, sorry. Should use the correct verbiage. Okay. So if they have a big mill spell, I get punished here, but I'm pretty much under the gun and need to. Okay. Just dead. Good draw on their side. All right, so Chalice is not really something I want. Do run Emrakul, Veto. This does block Glimpse and Archive Trap. So that seems pretty good. And they're on Trophy, so let's take the bindings out and play a Prismatic Ending only. It's not instant, but we do have Teferi plus. Dress Down is probably okay unless I have something better. Definitely not playing Recipes with Emrakul. Verdict seems too expensive. It is. I just don't. Well, maybe Binding's better than Verdict, huh? Yeah, most likely. Leyline over Dress? Leyline Binding over Dress Down. I think it's okay to have a... maybe. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go. It's a little light on lands. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy about it. We have to fetch into an Archive Trap on 1, but it's fine. I mean, I don't have to. I guess I could... Yeah, we'll see what they do. It gives them 1 extra draw, but then I can have the Veto up. No crab. Okay. So there's a good chance I draw a fetch land next turn, but I kind of want to get this fight over the Archive Traps done now. We'll pass the turn and see what happens. Having Veto up for their eventual Surgical or Soul Guide Lantern would be nice, though. Not sure what that sequencing is. Does that mean they're playing Spell Pierce? Specifically? Well, I want to exile this, and I want the Triome. Oh, but I'm not getting the Triome. I'm getting Hallowed Fountain, which is kind of... See, no traps. Okay. Dispute? Could be Dispute. Didn't hit the land. That's not my favorite. I don't know if I can tap down for this right now. Probably just supposed to Solitude it, huh? Kind of sucks. Because if they Tasha's me and they hit the Emrakul, that's bad news. So I can pass and see if they fetch. Upkeep Solitude pitching the ending? I'm just going to do it if and when they fetch. They're not fetching. Okay. Draw with the Shark? We'll draw with the Shark on their end step if I haven't done anything else, I guess. Yeah, 3 lands. Rough. And one of them was an island. Don't love to see that. Duress. Huh. Okay. Bye, Veto. Create a 0/0 Shark. Brutal draw. Yikes. Feel like this deck is very challenge aimed, and we ran into something random like Mill. But he has an Emrakul in the sideboard. Like, I don't... I feel like this is not supposed to be going as badly as it has been. Duress is a bit of a... It's a bit of a funky turn there. Yeah, like... I think I'm just jamming Teferi here. They probably have a drown, but, like, it is what it is. Is the Italian for chicken polo? I don't know how Italian pronunciation works very well, so... But in Spanish, it's pronounced a bunch of different ways, right? Polo like polo, yeah. That's funny. But in Spanish, it goes from pollo to pollo to pollo. Like, there's a lot of... Veto? Is it like Veto? All right. Trap. Okay, there's Emmy. Got the surgical? No surgical. Wrecked. I imagine it's a shorty like Veto. We got a game. Yeah, we're out here MLG gaming. Opponent said Mill is player here. I'm going to say question mark. Veto. Yeah. Well, I work with a lot of Italians on cruise ships, so. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it thrills and it kills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Yes, I know all the words to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. Well, I battle up this horse and I ride into the city. Make a lot of noise, because the girls, they are so pretty. Tune in, curious, are you playing this list over Zach Allen? Absolutely. Played the Zach Allen list, did not like it. I mean, I'm doing it for separate reps, I'm doing it for the YouTube content, but did not like the... So, Boosh, I've looked into that human's career, and I'm just so confused that I'm like, I can't begin to process anything about that. So, Freak Parade, I'm the only John Wayne. Have I worked with an Italian guitarist named Francesco? Probably. I think I've met one. I don't think I've had him in my band, because I would remember that. I remember all my guitar players. Play Tef? Probably should have played Tef. Sorry, I was getting chatty. I think we're just slamming a Solitude here and getting frisky. Except I don't have double white. Should have played the Mystic Gate. Alright. Yeah, we'll play the Teferi here. Because then they definitely can't solve Emrakul. Unless they have Soul Guide. Yeah, the career of the guy who made the song. Oh! Veil. Yeah, just like learning about the history of the guy who made Ram Ranch was very confusing. I can't tell if they actually think what they're producing is good music or not. I don't know if it's satirical or it's a parody. Oh! Okay, then. Okay. Yeah. Immediately hit the Emrakul. Brutal! Oh, that's rough. Seen the new Weird Al movie? I had not. Jesus. Well, there's a Shark Typhoon for me to put on top. I have 2 cards in hand, but I don't think I can fetch, because if they have a trap, I just lose. Although if they have the trap, I just lose when they hardcast it. You can't fetch. I also can't fetch. Good. Good. So I couldn't even make the mistake. Okay. I just unboxed a huge order of stuff that I had from... Sorry. Just the stuff I ordered from that is included in Bro. Face to Face. Yeah, from Face to Face. They have Archive Trap Hardcast, don't they? Brutal game. And they still have the Ashiok activation. Yep. Wow, we just got annihilated there. I definitely made a couple of punts, and it could have gone differently if I hadn't, but whoa, was not ready for the Ashiok. I got 0 foils, Freedy. No foils. I don't buy foils. The only foils I bought were Old Frame Giver of Runes and Old Frame Sanctifier Onvec. Is that the name of the card? I think so. Those are the only foils I own and play. Theoretically play. I haven't played them yet, but at some point I might. Yeah, we would have lost to the Ashiok Drowned Veil. Yeah, it's all good. They were clearly ready for us in a way that, you know. Okay, last time I kept this hand, it went really badly, so let's assume that this time it's going to go much better. Yeah, foil companions make sense to me. I wouldn't do a foil wish target just because sometimes you end up boarding them in. I just don't like owning foils. It just doesn't appeal to me, and it doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, it's not my thing. Murktide? What aspect of it? The tournament issues, the potential tournament issues due to marked cards. That's why you foil everything. They curl different amounts. I know someone who has a foiled out, super customized out ad nauseum deck. And when he got the Secret Lair, like 8-bit Serum Visions, those were clearly more curled and thick than everything else. So is this... Yeah, okay, this is Breach. Well, hopefully I hit a third land for once. You have to tell him to use Perfect Hard Inner Sleeves. Makes everything consistent. Yeah. Jeez. 25 lands. 25 lands. Oh, it's creativity. Okay. They were holding up Spell Pierce on turn 1, so pretty. Humidity's low in Ontario Red 7. Kaya is a local-ish to me. Tunneling Cat. This is a really nice situation where Shark Typhoon becomes Ice Fang Codal. Although, actually, I might fetch the Zagoth Triome and put in a... You did, Vija, yeah. You can always watch back in the replay. Man, they're just flunging here, huh? I'm gonna Archmage's Charm this dwarf. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a Solitude. I guess the correct play is to get the Zagoth Triome and Binding. You're kind of in the same... I don't actually want a Solitude, right? I shouldn't make that play. I need this Archmage's Charm because I don't actually have other answers in my hand. So we'll Binding here. But it was a fun idea to Charm. I double sleeve for safety reasons, Freak. Leyline Binding, yeah. Play Binding. Spills. Wear and Tear, Dust. You just never know what's going to happen. If you have it in a box, double sleeved while you're traveling, if you get hit by rain, I have never worried. Biking or walking around with my backpack with my my Ultimate Guard Tower dealy Minnesota for non-Americans. Yeah, second creativity here with Pierce backup would actually be really rough. Minnesota is near mint. That's cute. I'm going to do this because I'm fairly certain they have Spell Pierce, and I don't want to just jam my Memory Deluge into it. I mean, I guess that I should, because then it means I could probably resolve my counter magic against their eventual creativity. I don't know. So this is Prismari command. Okay. They're making a treasure? That's scary. Oh, they didn't make a treasure. Oh, that's right. The way the commands are now is stupid for reading them. So they did shock rummage. Okay. Good to know. Rough. I could play Teferi and then they pierce it. That's no good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to Verdict post Archon and hope they don't hit me with too many Archons at once. I also don't have a second white mana, so I'm gonna need to Memory Deluge. But that kind of works. That kind of all works. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely the wrong one, Freak. And it's okay to be wrong as long as you don't tell other people that you're right. If Guadeloupe splits in half, the country abbreviation for loop would be LP. What would Guada be? GD? So, gotta let this Ren and 6 resolve. That's fine. That's fine, Freak. The point is you just can't be like, this is the right way to do it. GLP is their current. Interesting. So I guess G? Or would it be GL and LP? They split the L in half. They each have very skinny L's in their country abbreviation. Yeah, it's an L, but it's like a skinny L, you know? They could post combat creativity, so I can't put the shark into block here. Bolt. Okay, so it looks like they're on the Teamer version. So they're not going to have Leyline Bindings. Probably not going to have Teferis. So that's kind of nice. Should have played the Misty so I could fetch the second white. But I guess they might play in a way where they disrespect the fact that I can Verdict. Two dwarves. So it looks like they're going to go for Creativity X. They could go for Creativity X3 this turn and then and have Spell Pierce up. We'll see if they do any of that. They can slowly kill you with 4 dudes. Well, they're down to 3. But, I mean, we can out that anytime we need to. And beyond that, they don't have a lot of direct damage or anything, so... So we'll Deluge here. Let's see if they pierce this. It's fine if they do. I kind of have everything I need at the moment. Okay, they don't. That's not surprising. Definitely like Solitude and Archmage's Charm. I have a land drop. I think Wafa would be disappointed I didn't take the land. But... got double Archmage's Charm here. It's not bad. So many verdicts. Yeah, I think I should have taken that over the I like the Solitude here, though, because now I have, like, an end-step, like, threat. Because they've been kind of burning through a lot of their, like, cheap removal. Not that they can't have more, but, like, now I have a nice thing to kind of put some pressure in on the end step. They shock. What does this mean? One verdict for each dwarf. Oh. Is that relevant? No, not really. Okay. Resolves. Oh, if there's a second one. That's brutal. Come on. Fuck off. I should have, first of all, technically correct, I should have floated the blue. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this, I can't, yeah. I hope they go for one Archon again. Solitude's now a blowout. They have Spell Pierce. We've known it since turn 1. They shocked in a Steam Vents on turn 1. I know they have a Spell Pierce. There's no smelling. It is 100% there's going to be a Spell Pierce. The real question is if they go for 3 Archons or 2. I can Spell Pierce if I want to. Yes, you can. They kind of die if they go for too much. I still need to solve that red in 6. I mean, I have Teferi bounce the Leyline Binding, bind it. I didn't go for it. Wild. Double ice into nothing. Insane. This is the real beta draft move. Steal a dwarf? Wouldn't I rather draw 2 cards? I guess I wouldn't. But then they block. They don't have creativity. It's possible. It's possible they were trying to draw into it. All right, we'll steal a dwarf. Let's see what happens. We attack it into the Ren and 6. They block with the other dwarf, but then they're down a lot of dwarves. This version of the deck is not that good at producing tokens. Seen list with 4 Prismatic commands. Yeah, that's the one I like. And, like, that is clearly better, but... Yeah, I understand, Kaya. It's definitely... Aren't they at the point they can just start hard casting Archons? It's hard to do that against Blue-White Control and feel confident about it. So I think we just hold here again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can... They can hardcast an Archon this turn and have Spell Pierce, but then I have Archmage's Charm. So we're okay on that one. Plus Assault. Maybe this was the turn to play Teferi. Yeah, the charm was a 1-for-1. The dwarf token doesn't cost them anything. I mean, it costs them playing Dwarven Mind, but they're already doing that. You can't see their hand size? Yeah, I can do that. Ooh. It's like 1.2 for 1. Cost them a create. Yeah, cost them a creativity target is certainly relevant. They fetched a tapped Zeotora's Proving Ground here because they didn't have double black. I want Mo. I could do with some Mo. 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 Did I? Mo from The Simpsons is the ask. I didn't have double white here. It's super awkward because I'd love to play a Solitude end step. Do I have to Archmage's Charm this dwarf now? I mean, I don't have to, but like, if I do it, does it make their game super awkward? I think it does. Bind Ren? Just Solitude. I can't Solitude. That's the problem. All right, we could Bind Ren. See if they have the immediate Boseiju? No, okay. And I can try to draw 2 cards here, which I feel is better than this counterspell that they've been able to plow through so much. But no. Nah? I kind of want to hit land drops, though. I think they're just going to Spell Pierce this, honestly. Yeah, okay. So now we go to Teferi. 3 verdicts is awkward? No kidding. This is Bounce My Own Binding. %, guy. That's yeah. That's where we. Why Binding over Dwarf? Because Binding can remove a Archon, and it can also remove a Dwarf in response to creativity. This Teferi is not long for this world. Like, if they should grab the other Dwarf here. They did not. So yeah, we're going to Solitude this Dwarf, pitching an extra Verdict here to keep Teferi in play. That's true. Some of the versions do play 3 Dwarven Mines. Casting Archon? Not going to do it. I don't know why they didn't go to combat first here. I think this is a punt. I cannot imagine that there's any situation in which that was the correct sequence. Might persist now. Oh, that's... Yeah. Yeah, if they're... they should be on the persist version, so... That's a good call that I forgot about. I'm saving the Teferi, don't worry. If they have the persist, I lose the Teferi anyway, but I think if they have the persist here, we're in big trouble. No matter what. If they have the... Oh, they can't cast persist. Their Blood Crypt and their Zeotoro's Proving Ground are tapped. They don't play a third black source. Not a chance. Not a chance. Okay, so we've got access to flashback Deluge now. Deluge. In fact, they may only have... They have one Ketria Triome. We have an instant speed verdict too, yeah. They should have one Ketria Triome and... Or a Raugrin Triome, or maybe one of each. Oh, they did have another mine. Interesting. Let's see what they do with it. There's a persist. Okay. So we're going to discard... So we're going to let the Archon come in. Oh yeah, I can't Solitude in response to the Archon, but if I don't Solitude in response to the Archon, then I don't have Teferi in play. But I don't think they have counters... Deluge? I could Deluge. And then I could Solitude the Archon with the trigger on the stack. Because we lose Teferi anyway. Deluge here feels okay. Just Solitude on the trigger? Yeah, I guess I don't have to flashback now. So we pitch Verdict. Pitching for Solitude loses you another card. I don't like it. All right, fair. Yeah, all right, fine. Why pitch? Yeah, there's no reason. We'll save the Solitude for future potential turns. Why didn't we Verdict? Why would I Verdict there? If they play a second Archon... Yeah, we can still Verdict, exactly. Yeah. Like, if this is a creativity on the Dwarf, we Verdict in response. Or Binding... I don't... What do you want me to... We is a very common parlance for streamers to say we in these situations. We just Verdict this. Or we could go Binding Solitude? Is that better? I'll leave up the gate. There's Verdict. Got it. Wasn't saying we to you. All right. Keep the instant speed answers for later. That makes sense. Expect them to have more persists. I mean, they will, but like, there's only so much we could play around. That's why I wanted to Solitude the Archon, but I couldn't do it in a way where the Solitude casting was protected by Teferi. Although I don't really need to worry about that in their game 1 configuration most of the time. All right. We'll just pass here because I've got Deluge to play. They are out of doors. No, some lists are playing up to 3 persists. Canister helped popularize that. It's very common to play 3 persist. Brutal. All right, we scarred Chalice here. There's not really one list. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's common to have this. It's common to have that. I don't... Yeah, we're going to toss the Chalice and Solitude the Archon. That's... They don't have access to another Archon, so if they have another Persist, that'll be dead. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do, Roval. So I don't know what lands are in their deck because there's so many potential configurations. Double Prismari Shock? I mean, if they have it, they have it. And I'm probably dead. But, that's why Creativity's a good deck. Why not Deluge? Because I want this Solitude gaining me life. I'm at 4. They can burn you out from quite low. Yeah. They play up to 4 bolts. They're playing at least 2 Fire Ices. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a second to cool out there, friend. I don't think that was really necessary. I'm not gonna keep you gone for 10 minutes, but... In fact... There we go. Come on back in. We're playing blue-white control. Yes, we're going to play conservatively. I don't know what you know. Cruel mods? It was me. That was literally me. When do we buy Kaheera? Well, right now I've got a Deluge to play. That's my priority. So, not now. However, they could Spell Pierce it right now. Oh, they binding my binding. Shoot, I should have... I thought they were targeting the Solitude. That's on me. Wait, Ren doesn't get them anything here. Yeah, like, if my mana had ever been free, Dicko... I remember your name had a funky pronunciation, right? Because it's like the back half of some other word. Anyway, and it dies to the Solitude. I mean, they can plus it. It doesn't... That land is not going to do anything for them, but they can plus it. I'm guessing I get Spell Pierced here, which is going to suck a little bit. Yeah. Daiko, that's right. It's funny how my brain works. I'm honestly more interested in killing them than the Ren and 6. Like, I have a binding if I need it. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah. Turn 13 Pierce feels miserable. I mean, I could have played around it, but then I'm just like not spending. I should have played the Kaheera for the extra point of damage here. Probably won't matter in the long run, but that was a mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna binding that while it's on the stack. Because I feel like getting them dead. You think you let it go? I don't know about that one. I think I want to get this game over with. Like, I have nothing going on to get the Solitude when you need it. I think if they find another Archon, I'm just in too much trouble, and the best way to stop them from getting to Archon is killing them. I mean, it is going to be a time game, but that's not really the consideration here. This is game 1. I understand. I'm way up on clock, so I'm not worried about it. They should be. I'm not. Yeah, it's game one. I'm the decider. I got big stuff going on. Dash game one. Opponent's passing the turn without activating their Renin 6. The Renin 6 that could win them the game. Need to get bindings in paper. Well, I have 4 that I'm not using for the RC weekend, Kaya, if you need them. What? You were so in this! What just happened? They must have been worried about the clock. Oh! Oh! I'll be right back. All right. Yeah. Oh, good. Perfect. Lost 0 amount of time. The matchup is excellent for them. I don't know about excellent, but certainly good. So 3 lands, keeping that. This Leyline Binding is going to be slow. This is Wafo's list. If you want to see the exact cards that are in it, you can hit exclamation point deck and see the list. All right, that is a card which I really wish I could binding soon, and I will not be able to, and that's okay. Oh, unless the bot left. It did. All right. Yeah, exactly, Shadowless. Like, it was... I understand why they scooped. Strange to see it, but holy jumping. We are probably in trouble. But luckily we have a Solitude. Solitude's a solid dude. Ruh-roh, Raggy. We're in danger. We are so dead. We'll see. I've seen a lot of bad Titan players. I've also seen a lot of good Titan players, but... Who did we play against the other day? It was Punt and Wine and Bob49. Playing against mono white aggro, had ultimated Big Teferi, exiled all their permanents, was tucking Fairy back in my deck every turn so I wouldn't deck out, and they deliberately waited until they were almost out of rope every turn, so they ran out of cards just to express their displeasure at my choice of deck. It's called roping people, and it's generally a shitty scumbag move. Not shitty in the way that's, like, not allowed, it's just shitty in that you're just being a jerk. Like, why you gotta be a jerk? Just scoop. How little is your time worth? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Hold on now. Okay. If this was a regular white source, that'd be great here. Is this a turn where I'm supposed to play Time Raveler and Solitude pitch? Like, obviously Dress Down is the nuts here. All right, let's see what happens. We might get, like, even if they double Titan, we might get, like, Dress Down into Verdict, which would be obscene. When I'm off work, it's worth nothing. I'm that kind of dick. Hey, and that's fine. Listen, if your time is worth that little, I guess you get to have that fun, like, spike gaming. No, but, like, freak, if you roll it into your entertainment value, like, if you're not sitting there pouting, if you're sitting there being like, you chose to play this control deck, so I'm gonna make you play it. You know? It is what it is. At least on Arena, all you do is, like, drag and drop your Teferi and then click on it again. That's it. It's 2 clicks because of the auto tapper. So it's not that bad. The punishment is medium. All right. Maybe if I start your song queue, chat, you will add more to it, and I will turn off the country. I didn't mean to play country for so long, but they're ritualing with a bog. They have a map. Wait, where did the country go? I just figured people were upset about it and they just weren't saying anything. I thought y'all were being polite. Now I get you, freak. I made a mono red deck, and yeah, I can't dress down here. Let's just draw the land, huh? That'd be great. Oh, perfect. Thank you. So if I fetch Zagoth Triome... No. I have not tried the Keys deck. Oh, I've got enough mana here to just... But I'd rather get a Triome. Alright. Spider Space. I hate Dress Down because I am a Saga gamer. Alright, well, we're going to take the insane tempo kill here. They do... There's the triple amulet. Hopefully they go pre-combat. They didn't go pre-combat. Fuck, do I have to take 12? Just dress down and be happy? They have a Titan that doesn't ETB. Right, and then we just... Binding that? Alright, fair enough. So let's fetch... Yeah. We need the... I don't need the double white, and I'm more likely to draw a plains. Because I'm about to draw a card, Freedy. And I don't... I want to fetch one of the Triomes, and I don't want to draw the one that I wanted to fetch, I guess, is the answer. If that... Does that make sense? I feel that it should. Cavern. Okay, so they're going to wait until next turn. So I can get rid of 2 amulets, and then they're short a mana to Titan? They hit you with Boseiju Dryad into Titan here. I have tools to deal with that. I don't. It doesn't all just go through, right? Like before. Okay. Crap. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't... Yeah, they could have, yeah. Or Boseiju Grazer Titan. Yeah, we've still got the Solitude. Wait, what the hell? That... Oh, okay, there we go. I was something... Also, did they naturally draw the 4th amulet there? They did, right? I'm not crazy. And the 3rd saga, yeah. They're 15 cards down? Oh, yeah. Okay. They went for Growth Chambers, but no Teleria West. They just have a 2nd Titan in their hand? Brutal. Or a Colossus. Time them out? I mean... Yeah, they're gonna go for... Colossus. Oh, they just went for Titan. So 2 Titans just naturally in hand there. Oh, and the Cavern. They just have 16? Well, yep. Looks like it. But then when they attack, they can get... They'll get 2 lands. I don't think that can get them a Dryad and a Valakut to close the gap. They're just too good. Yeah, they're pretty good here. We're just dead. We're not dead. It depends on how they play it. Yes, we are? Well, we'll see. So they have a double strike land. We'll see how they play it. They can screw this up. Yeah. I've never seen anyone have to do this before because I don't play enough Solitude decks. Because they have the double strike land Shadowless, so they just double strike whichever Titan that survives. So I think I have to let both attack. They can double strike both, I believe. Yeah, I guess they can. Yeah, that's true. Because if you don't exile it before they attack, yeah, they got it. They know. All right, I'll just scoop it there. We can't win. All right, so another dress down. So this does work against Saga, but otherwise probably not good. Chalice on 0? Yeah. I was just looking if there was other things. Chalice on 0 is usually a pretty big deal in these matchups. So what's the most medium cards? Like Verdict and Teferi? I feel like that's right. Calm can stop Valakut? I don't think that's a very... Yeah, I mean, this is basically just blue-white Marmos Sadis. It's listed as Jeskai a lot of places because it is playing red sideboard cards. No subtleties in the entire 75. That's what we wanted. I mean, the subtleties make sense in the Zach Allen deck because you're tapping out for planeswalkers, and you need a way to like recoup or protect your investment in tempo, I guess is the right way to say it. I guess if this is a hand we're willing to keep, this is a hand we're willing to keep. If I registered this deck, I'm pretty sure this is a keep here. Put them all to 5. Okay. That's nice. Perfect. Yeah, Hall plus DD Loops is 100% fantastic in this matchup. So we drew the Hall, so we just need to find one of the 3 dress downs, which would be ideal. Boop. All right, time to set him back. Okay, that's a nice instant speed prismatic ending coming up. Seriously missing the country now? Oh, really? I just felt like people would want variety. You can request country, Roval. I'm a country enjoyer. Almost all the music that I've ever played for work I've gotten to enjoy. That's been it's been nice. Yeah, I saw some people threw in like The Gambler, etc. I have a song parody version written for The Gambler that's called The Grinder. And I kind of well, that's less than great. Okay. And here come the robots. What's a robot? Oh, they're making the second robot? Interesting. So we ending the Amulet so that Teferi survives here? Also, because I don't think I'm ending anything other than the Amulet. Because, like, I can't deluge first. I can't deluge into anything relevant, so I don't, like, what could I hit with the deluge that's going to make me change my mind? Like, I don't get why I would do that. Yeah, like, I just don't know why I would tell them that I have Memory Deluge here and that, like, their time is very limited, I guess, is, like, the... yeah. So let's grab... so Shark Typhoon can go in the graveyard because we have the Hall. So just grab Solitude and Counterspell. What if they have Morphos into Mana Tithe? Well, they didn't play their land before combat. Oh, also, I have Teferi. Deluge doesn't ban? Oh, you're right. Shit. Alright, well, whatever. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I thought it did. This isn't Fact or Fiction? I didn't think it was. I thought it was Memory Deluge. I already have a Chalice on 0. Is it crazy to Chalice on 1? It takes me off of hard casting Solitude, but I could also put Kaheera in my hand, but then I can't Counterspell. I think I put Kaheera in my hand here, though. Can't we just leave up Solitude this turn? I mean, I could. I feel like this is almost the same thing, Freak. Because I'm not going to play it before or during combat, am I? Like, I'm letting my Teferi die. It's not a super relevant card in the matchup. Like, it's fine, but it's not... Like, if I leave up Solitude and I just cast Counterspell, though, then I've wasted a lot of mana, right? That was my concern. It's like just a ridiculous tempo loss. Okay, so we found the Shark Typhoon. We could start looping that. It was the turn to Chalice if we wanted, because they couldn't resolve Titan this turn if we have Chalice on 1. Yeah. I need dress down soon. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, they're on full smashy robot mode. They played a land. So they can't do any tightening nonsense. So I think I just jam in a Solitude here. Because I can't go to 1. That's insane. I could Deluge here. This is a chump blocking. If I exile one of the constructs and I take 8, that's fine. Typhoon trades. That's... I think I'm supposed to pitch cast. I think I'm supposed to pitch cast and then end step Memory Deluge. Because I gotta find the dress down. And if I do, the game's basically over. Deluge now? I don't want to tap out... I mean, they already played their land. I guess the only thing they could do is play Dryad and then play a Karoo, and that gives them 2 mana. They could play a Grazer and get 2 mana, and then, yeah, like... Yeah, okay. I think we just pitch cast Solitude here. And then end step Deluge. And see if we can find the dress down. It feels weird to do this when we're looking for a dress down, but it does in fact make sense. Dress down. And another Deluge? Seems fine. We've got Shark Typhoon to end the game. Binding? I don't know if I was supposed to take Binding. Maybe I was supposed to take Binding or Solitude, probably. So, do I end step this dress down? Probably. I should have main phased it. I could play a land there, right? Yeah. Probably should just keep that off the battlefield. Slayers' Stronghold. What does end stepping it achieve? I don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do. So if I do this, I can't reset the dress down. And the thing is, they were going to go to Combat Spider and attack anyway, and I don't know. What is not end stepping and achieve? They go to combat and I play the dress down? Because they're not, they have literally never shown me that they would go pre-combat, try to do a bunch of stuff, and attack you with constructs. You can pick it up on upkeep. I can, yeah. That's true. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me, friends. They can end step Boseiju and untap to have more mana. There's a reason not to do it on end step. Thank you for providing a reason not to do it on end step. Cool. I don't know why I thought that was... I don't... Yeah, okay, I see what happened. It's probably fine. Read the card. What card? What, Hall? I know how Hall works. Tracker. The card, what is it? Small K? Mini K. Mini K. I don't know what the card Mini K is. Dresses are so down. Yeah. Okay, I'll take the 3. Want a 2/2 shark trade? Oh, it is the 3/2. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I don't know why. For some reason in my mind, it had 3 toughness. Like alchemy, but only in your own head. Sure, yeah. I missed picking up the dress down there. It's fine. I have the Shark Typhoon cycle. Looping is taking so much time. Well, people keep talking to me about different lines, and I keep getting screwed up, and it's mostly on me. Boseiju my hall. Okay. No. Oh, my hall was not as safe as it felt like it was, and now we're in trouble. Okay. I have 2 cards. I think you're fine. Yeah, it just depends on if they have something uncounterable. Typhoon into Binding? That probably ends the game pretty quick, huh? Yeah. Not big on being a hardcast Shark Typhoon boy. I don't like that this doesn't get rid of their tracker, though. I honestly think I'd rather Solitude Binding. Do that. I guess this means if they have another Boseiju, they crack out a Leyline Binding. So that's terrifying. Probably should have done it the other way around. But yeah, DJF Sappy, the answer to all Chalice questions is if you look at the mana cost on the top right of the card, that is what Chalice is looking at, unless there's an X. Pretty much always that is the case. So they can give this +2/+0 and double strike, which is kind of funny. So I'm gonna block it. Okay. Steal it? I don't think it's worth it. I think that gets me killed. I need I need the counterspell. I only have 1 right now. Plays a second Grazer. How does Chalice work with Prototype? Yeah, so with Prototype is the new exception, where it does actually replace what the card text would normally be. They don't have Cavern, so this is essentially over. Boseiju? Yeah, okay. Already envisioning many judge calls with Prototype. It won't be that many. It's not... I don't think it's that confusing. Yeah, it's just unintuitive. It's new, but it's not actually that complicated. Mutate, on the other hand, is messed up. Mutate is wild in the rules. I think we have to mulligan this. That is much better. If someone at my store doesn't try to neo-brand from a Flesh Gorgel, I'll eat a hat. I mean, that's not a judge call. That's, I mean, as much as anyone explaining to them that's not how they work. Like, unless it's a competitive rules enforcement level event, like what happens when someone tries to neoform their thing into the wrong mana cost is anyone explains to them that that's not how that works. All right, how gross is their hand? Grazer, and then Dryad. I'm just glad I killed the first Amulet, and I'm glad I mulliganed to a hand that could do it. I believe that is correct, Shadowless. It's like one of the only things in Magic that changes the... It's the only mechanic that affects, like, the characteristics. Well, yeah, all clones do it, but that's, I mean, that's just the effect of copying, right? Which is not, I don't think that that's a reasonable response to the question as it was phrased, but if you want to, that's fine. I really wish that this could get 2 types. It can't. Well, sorry, get 2 types and come in untapped. So we can't deal with this tracker. They are going to get at least 1 clue. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, any time that something with prototype would enter the battlefield, just imagine the prototype ability doesn't exist. What layer is cost in? It's not in a layer. It just exists on cards. It's just characteristics. Yeah, hold counter is the best we can do. There's no layer where cost is touched. It's just a characteristic of the card. It's like the name. There's no name layer. It's a secret layer. Do I have to counter this? I mean, I don't have to, but like if I don't, this is just going to go out of control. Name can be touched now thanks to sticker cards. Yeah, and that is technically in black border. You kind of have the ultimate fuck you control. Yeah, exactly. Crack the clue. Yeah. I'm guessing sticker can edit mana costs too, right? Be surprised if it couldn't. It can't? It can't, or they didn't. Because I assume the sticker mechanic can do that. Yeah, there just isn't a mana cost sticker, but they could have done it. All right, so I'm grabbing this tracker and this is just my Hail Mary play here. I can't play in fear of them just being able to tighten off this, and it's not super likely that they can. No, they Titan off Azusa? Yeah, we haven't seen one out of them. Now, next turn, they can Titan the ever-loving shit out of me. All right, just a bad draw here. So, taking Amulet or taking Dryad, it's essentially the same amount of mana. So I'm just going to take the Dryad and pray. And honestly, I'm not into bluffing here. I'm just going to use my mana efficiently, grab Kaheera. Yeah, exactly. We just pray that they don't have the Titan. And, like, yes, they could get an Expedition map, and then they could map for Valakut or Cavern or, you know, any number of horribly unpleasant things. Looks like we're going to be okay for now. Yeah. But we out here praging. Big Prage energy. When the dealing's done. There are only name, art abilities, and power toughness stickers according to the rules. So they'd have to change the rules. I mean, that's easy. Can I flip from Manifest for a card's prototype cost? You're not casting the card, no. Ooh. Oh, can't tap that way. Should have played the Flooded Strand so I could play Kaheera and have Counterspell, right? Oh, no, I can do it. I can do it. Oop. There we go. There we go. Yeah. They had another Saga, though. That's rough. This is really bad. Unless we top deck a Dress Down, in which case it's pretty good. I'm not going to block. I just never really played Kaheera, Shauna. They play the Teleria West. Does this mean they have the Titan? Nope. Bizarre. All right, we have enough mana to deluge into Dress Down. So we might get there. If you play, then flicker the card that morphs, unmorphs all cards. Is the prototype still a prototype? No. Once it's face down, it won't remember that it was prototyped. Again, I've not looked any of that up, but I'm fairly sure. I'm going to play around Needle. Should have gotten another white source in case I draw a Verdict. Yeah, I need another white. And I should have fetched it there. Okay. No, I know they didn't have the mana to transmute. There's the Dress Down. There's a Verdict I can cast. We'll take the Ending for their Amulet. Yeah. Play to your outs, y'all. Play to your outs. Here's where they Mystical Dispute me. Or Swan Song. Swan Song, anyone? Anyone a Swan Song fan? Oh, no Titan, please. I can't Prismatic Ending a Titan. If I draw a land, I can flashback the Deluge and try to find a Solitude. Yeah, fuck. If I had gotten the other white and been able to keep the Verdict. Well. They have a Colossal Dreadmaw and I have a blocker. So in theory, I'm not doomed. I think I have to reset the dress down this turn. Triome. I don't have mana to play anything, but that's okay. They just map for Boseiju and it's over. Is that correct? Yeah, probably. I needed to have the extra white mana so I could exile their map last turn. Yeah, good call. See if they see the line. I'm sure they will, but it's possible they don't. That's fine, Roy. If they want to win that badly, they can. I don't mind. Aren't you on 1? 6 versus 2. Oh, I would be. Yeah, alright. Yeah, 1 Titan trigger doesn't actually kill me. Man, a symbol. Alright, in theory, we're still alive. Let's find out if this is actually true. They can give double strike? They can. Can they? They should be able to. Yeah, Hall of Heliod's been really awesome. Boseiju is such a tilt for this matchup. That's fine. If I was more experienced, I think we could have got this at some point. They're struggling here, though. Like, they got the Boseiju. Maybe they're worried that it gives me an untapped land and I just play another dress down. I tried playing around Solitude. I don't know how they do that, but okay. Pact for Azusa. Oh, they do have one. I'm not bluffing hard. I'm F6'd as all hell. If they Boseiju first, I can get Counterspell mana. And then counter the Azusa. They go to combat. Okay. This is your last chance to Boseiju. And they do. If you counter Azusa, don't you win? No, they have green. I'm not sure if there's some other reason that would be true. No worries. It's a complicated game. Yeah, they got it. That's okay. We played a great match there. I'm not upset about that one at all. Like, it was a really good match, really back and forth, very, very close in the end. Made a couple of misplays that certainly ended up being punishing. We never had a Chalice in that game, but, you know, they had quite a few sagas. It's all good. I had some okay lines, Shauna. Other sweet tech I like is Force of the Vigor inside. Yeah, it's certainly something you can play. This one doesn't have 2 green sources. I think the biggest play was not getting double white. Yeah. I noticed it right away, and I was just like, I really need to do that. The mana in this deck is fairly demanding, and it's quite difficult. I also had a turn where I played Hall of Heliod, where I think if I had played the fetch and fetched the white there, it would have been like a really... Yeah, very productive playtesting learning match, and that's the most important thing. Like, the matchup against Mill was just kind of miserable, and it's like, you could change the deck more to hedge against that, or you could just decide that you're just not going to play against Mill that often, and that's the truth of the matter. And, like, I made misplays in that because that was the first match, but that's what we're here for. All right. Ooh. Top deck ending? Any ending top deckers? So fairly likely to see if there's a Blood Moon, we fetch a Plains here and we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. I mean, this deck has a single Emrakul in the sideboard, Freak, and I think that's really the extent of the hedge against Mill, and that's fine. Putting one Eldrazi in your sideboard is a completely reasonable way to hedge against... Wow, Liliana the Veil. Wild. Opponent is out here gaming. Okay. GG. I forgot to ask the serious question. Is Doomsday still tier 1 or still tier 0 in Legacy? If you listen to the Doomsday players, it sure is. So we're just dressing down this turn, I'm pretty sure. Good job, Freak. Take the hit? Really? I don't... What's the worst thing that can happen to me here post-combat? Like, they cast Kolaghan's Command? Like, is that... I don't... They cast Moon. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I didn't play around the Moon. Yeah, I thought I still had access to Plains. I don't. I think I have to toss this Counterspell. I think it's honestly the worst card in this hand, though. Kroxa. Oh! Well, that was unexpected. Okay, so they're down to 1 card in hand. I have to... Okay. This turn is probably play Teferi, bounce Kroxa. Ragavan attacks Teferi, then we binding the Liliana. Bind Kroxa? Then I have no answer for Liliana. I only have one answer for Liliana in my hand right now, and I need to answer her next turn. I have to. I cannot not. Well, that Kroxa was really unfortunate. We'll set up to be insulated against Moon. Bounce the Kroxa. Monkey probably goes for Teferi. I mean, if the monkey hits me, it's fine. And then they'll get to like play a Grief or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's fine. I think I'm discarding Charm here. Next turn we play Hallowed Fountain Binding. We'll see where we are. Deluge? I don't... I feel like the front side of Deluge, Charm can steal the monkey. I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, it's probably fine. They're on 0 cards in hand, so we're in a reasonable spot, and they don't have enough cards in their graveyard to escape Kroxa. Well, we have our own Steel Command here. Misty Binding. I mean, it saves me mana that I can't use on anything, although I guess it would have been worth the bluff for Counterspell. Don't hit something good, please. They hit Dress Down, that's fine. They want to play Dress Down there, it's fine. Why did we fetch Zagoth? I guess I should have done it because then I would have got my tap land into play. They're dressing down for my turn. Yes, I should have done that. You're 100% correct. Yeah. Just wasn't... yeah. Getting out of the extremely stressful situation we were just in. We found another Archmage's Charm, so we're going to grab the monkey when it attacks. Then we get to Triome, and then we're all good. But it definitely would have been better to have the Archmage's Charm here than the Shark Typhoon if we only had one of those things. Because it's very likely they're holding onto a grip full of removal that they haven't gotten to use, right? Are they playing Village Rites or something? Nope. Fury? There it is. Oh, crap. They can Kroxa now. All right, we're in huge trouble. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. This type of black-red midrange, the non-scam version, is scary as hell. We've got a lot of great top decks, but... that's not bad. The stupid thing here is the bounce Leyline and then Leyline Binding the Kroxa. Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying. Oh, perfect. So now they're going to play Kroxa and we're going to Binding it. I do end up getting domed for 3, but not the end of the world. Wow! What is that? And they didn't play the Kroxa? What the hell? Just binding that? Well, I don't... Why would I do that? They have a Kroxa still that I need to... I mean, I don't need to deal with, but, like... They're already taking my Deluge. I don't think it matters. They have no fuel for Kroxa. I'm aware of that. They just could have taken the last card out of my hand, and I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I mean, I guess if I'm binding it and then I draw a land, then I can just grab Kaheera. They may want to hit with Hearse next turn. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, but we're going to go for it. Goodbye, Deluge. You were my current insurance plan. We do have a lot of 2-for-1s to draw into, but... They didn't take the Deluge. What just happened? Wild. Is Pretty PogChamp. Gonna go ahead and draw 2. Well, I wish I could play both of these, but I can't. Oh, but... Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Kaheera to hand to discard a Kroxa, then we have the land to flashback Deluge. Yeah, we gaming. Out here gaming. Capital G. They're afraid of Snapcasters with the Kaheera deck, yeah. I guess so. Uh-huh. What is my purpose? Getting pitched. Oh god. They took the Sharknado? I mean, I guess, but they left me the dress downs. Like, I don't... Oh my. Alrighty then. Opponent's just vibing. Hardcast? No. Did I not activate my Teferi? Yeah, that got forgotten in the heat of that turn. I did forget the uptick. That is a disgusting draw. Do I Deluge here instead of draw a discard? Can we hardcast, please? What? Fine. Fine, we can hardcast. Yeah, I hate taking Fake 1. I guess we can get an ending because we can overpay out. Well, what am I discarding? I'm discarding another Deluge. And then I have hardcast into... I'm not going to have hardcast into Counterspell. We're going to take the Counterspell. Ending plus Deluge. So we discard the Counterspell? That's probably correct. Yeah, because even if they discard... Yeah, okay. I get it. I got their chat. I'm just a little slow. Just a little slow. Teferi plus ending. Yeah. Oh, that's true. We had the Teferi plus for instant speed endings, but it's fine. It's fine. This all works. Let's not forget the Teferi. It's okay. You're still cute. Still frazzled from last match? I don't think so. I'm frazzled from this match. Don't hardcast anymore. Why? Worst case scenario... No, it's not bad. It's basically still as good. It's almost exactly as good. What do you want? They have no outs for this. Once you resolve Shark Typhoon, it almost doesn't matter what you have as long as you can just keep casting spells. They didn't cast Kroxa. I mean, it's fine. Trigger. Just as average as it was before. Yeah, they're being a little unruly today, Freak. Yeah, the reason to hardcast in this matchup is going to be the same throughout the whole thing, which is just, if you hardcast Shark Typhoon, they will not ever be able to answer it. So as long as you have some amount of gas, you're good. Okay, so we're going to grab Verdict and discard it. And then we're going to untap and Prismatic Ending Kroxa for, like, all of this. I mean, I could just do it now. Yeah, but instant speed ending, like, what? Like, what? Are we... Am I streaming or am I not streaming? Because I think putting into play a shark this large is the goal here. Saves mana? What? Why would I possibly want to do that? Like... also as many colors. Yeah, as many colors as possible. Is anyone worried about what happens if they draw a Terminate for the shark? Like, oh, but... Oh, man. This way I got an 8/8 shark into play, all right? Now, I don't know if any of you see the value in that, but I do. I have an 8/8 shark in play. I have an 8/8 shark in play. That shark is an 8/8. Terminate's a playable card right now, Roy. It kills Murktide Regent. That's the kind of the main appeal. Be devastating to lose it? No. Chat is just mouthing off like crazy. I definitely want Chalice. Rip. Hallowed Moonlight does not work against Kroxa or Ragavan. Dress Down is sketchy. Blossoming Calm's probably okay. Do players still play Mercs? I am Team Archon. Yeah, Blue-Red Murktide is still a very popular top-tier deck. So usually the wisdom here is board out Counterspell. Veto. We want Dress Downs out, and they have Lily and a pile of other non-land cards. Dress Down is quite good, TBH. Explain how. I don't know that I want Dress Down that much in this matchup. Like, their Monkey's going to come down in front of it. It's dangerous against the Kroxa deck. We didn't see any Griefs or Furies. I'm not convinced we want Dress Down. I mean, if they're playing Spyro, which they almost definitely are, it's okay against that. So I'm okay with like keeping a couple Dress Downs, but it's not something that I feel I want to board into. Veto is just a worse counterspell in this matchup, right? Because they don't play anything uncounterable. Are you sure they don't play Griefs and Spyros? Well, I boarded in the Rest in Peace. Dress Down seems like a good call if you like hitting hit in the face. I mean, it works on some things, it doesn't work on other things. Checking Discord. Oh yeah, no, I've seen this one before, but just so we can. I'd love Snuffles on the wall in the picture. They're on Griefs. Normally that build isn't running Lily and Kroxa. Well, but you don't... What? Okay, anyway. I'm going to do a 1/1 split of Counterspell and Dress Down like that. I don't know why, but that's what I'm doing. Just feels right. Feels right, and we rolling. And yes, I have Chalice boarded in with the intention to play it on Chalice on 1, and I kept Blossoming Calms. My assumption is that if it's a problem, it's not going to be a problem. Their deck, though, does seem to be a version that's much less vulnerable to Chalice on 1. So after this game, we'll try to see if we can reevaluate if we lose. Because it's possible I lose this game with a Chalice on 1. They are specifically playing like a much bigger build than what the normal Rakdos scam deck is. This is like proper Rakdos mid-range, black-red mid-range. Can still pitch Calm to Solitude. Yep. Good point, Shauna. All right. We're keeping any reasonable 7. This also has access to 2 basics in case they boarded in Blood Moon, which they most likely did if they have access to it. They're on a mold of 6. They're on a mold of 5. Feels good. You made the Snuffles into a Solitude? All right, I'm on it. It's really, that's subtle. That's really subtle and cute. Like, I would not fault anyone for missing that Solitude is in the picture in the background. Oh, that's great. Sokenzen. So I only have 1 planes in the deck, and if it gets hit by Ragavan, that's gonna suck here. But on the flip side, I can't realistically fetch the planes until they put Blood Moon on the stack because of all the blue pips. So good luck, have fun. Island. Whew. Would have been a really nice draw, but probably playing straight into the Blood Moon this turn, though. By getting the Triome and exiling Ragavan. And if we go down for it, we go down for it. Because they didn't slam the Blood Moon last turn. Had they not have anything to cast for 3 mana, I'm just as confused as you. I don't know. It's amazing that a blue-white deck is so vulnerable to Blood Moon. I mean, so I don't have a Prismatic Ending in my hand. I also don't have a 3rd land. I mean, blue-white was always vulnerable to Blood Moon if it came down on turn 2. The maximum number of basics I've ever seen. Yeah, it was that way before Binding. Like, if it comes down on turn 2, like, your fetches just get shithoused. Like, so it's really not... It's not that crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is that you want to play the maximum number of utility lands in Modern. They're so good. Brutal draw. All right. Let's cycle Shark Typhoon. Play it this turn without paying its mana cost. I have to cycle this Shark Typhoon. I don't know if I'm afraid of what happens if they play it. When you cast a non-creature spell. Yeah, but if they have a discard spell, I'm fucked anyway, right? Put Chalice on 1 with the 2 Blossoming Calms in my hand? I don't know about that one. Alright, fine. Do it for science. You stop Ragavan. No, I know. It stops a bunch of stuff. Probably stops bolts. Stops any Thoughtseizes, Inquisitions. Stops a lot of stuff. It's not a bad play. I'm just feeling really annoyed by, once again, missing my 3rd land drop in my 25 land deck. Yeah. In the Scam deck, it stops more than that, I think. The one we're against here, I'm not convinced it's that many. It might be less than 12. EE on 0. Alright. That's their last card in hand, so it's fine. Yeah, they have all the bad ephemerates, that's right. Well, we can certainly block any discard spells for the next while. There we go. Alright, we gaming. We gaming now. Please draw another Voidwalker or similar, like, creature-based threat. Shit. Yeah, we just gotta calm. It's fine. Maybe we'll just naturally draw the land. Wouldn't that be nice? Suppose I could always main phase Archmage's Charm to try to draw. It's probably fine. It's weird that it defaults to my exile effect, like without asking me. Not that I'm mad about it. Oh, I'm blocked from discard for the next turn. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, we Verdict here so that I can free up my Deluge. I guess the concern being that if they draw Blood Moon, we're in rough shape, but I do have a Plains. It's probably okay. Also, their Takanuma's in play. Roy, if you didn't... I know you've seen most of the Neon Dynasty land cycle, but I feel like you'd really love Takanuma. It's really good. Nice, they drew a land. Cool. Game feeling over. You want Takanuma, Abandoned Mire. They have no moon in play, so they're, yeah. Now they have a swamp. Which means they will draw the Blood Moon? Nope, they draw Blood Crypt. Not the right blood card. Who wants to hardcast Shark Typhoon again? Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't believe that works! That's crazy. How am I dealing with this Croxa? It's not targeted, so we just discard Blossoming Calm on the front side. And then Archmage's Charm on the back side. Then we cast Shark Typhoon. Pretty sure that game ends. Yeah, we're gonna cast. We're hard casting Shark Typhoons today against the black-red deck that can never solve it. We've also got a Deluge in the graveyard that I'm one land away from casting, so. Yeah, it's insane, Roy. It's completely insane. Wow. Possibly the best draw in the deck there. I wanted a land, but I got a Leyline Binding. I guess we'll deal. Corksa. Ooh, they found another one. Pitch the verdicts. Can you do it without making us feel bad about it? You remind me of my mom when she'd take me to McDonald's when I was young. What they pith? Time Raveler. I guess I should have cast Shark Typhoon on... Boseiju is the only one that gives you the effect for a rate cost. I feel like Otawara is actually priced as you... they usually price like utility cards with a bounce effect. As much as Otawara. So see Moonsnare Prototype. Like Moonsnare Prototype's bounce effect is almost the same cost. Okay, we're going to hit their needle here just for a 6/6. Because we're gaming. Shark Squad, in color. Yeah, they intended Croxa for Commander. They could have made it any number of target opponents. Shrug. It's just more wordy. Iganjo's about on right? Yeah, it's like... It's not the worst spread. It's also really interesting, like, you have to think that the way they costed them is also reflective of how many legends you'd expect to be in decks of those colors. Chase, you've played so much Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, Archon is a weird miss. Okay, we're against Jose Moniz, I think, and they're usually playing Titan. Trophy's much better. Yeah, I can hit basics. Oh, it also only gets them basics. You'd expect white to have the most legends. Yeah, I guess so. If he is on Titan, this hand is terrible and we die. But I'm also not willing to mull lower than 6 here. I'm probably supposed to pitch Shark Typhoon, honestly. None of the spirits still lack flying. Well, they're red. Yeah, it's just so weird that they didn't word Archon for Commander. Like, I don't understand. What is the move there? Yeah, they're colorless. Well, they're also... No, they're not red spirits. They are spirits created by the color red. Sorry, that's what I meant. Like, in Kamigawa, they've always been colorless, I think. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean they were literally red-colored spirits. I mean they're colorless spirits because they're spirits created by red. That's clearly my fault on that one. Yeah, always colorless, always don't fly. The red spirits in Kamigawa are that. All right, so we're in big trouble against Greentron. They're Kami, not ghosts. Correct. Colorless non-flying spirits is a Kamigawa thing. I think white sometimes has like white flying spirits, if I'm remembering the original Kamigawa. Okay, so no turn 3 Tron. So stay of execution at least. I guess a freak. I just feel like there's so little loss in them making it. I mean, maybe they wanted it to be balanced. Like maybe they wanted to nerf Archon. They could have been goblins. Yeah, they could have been goblins. Aren't all the tokens from Neon Dynasty insanely priced? Wow, they're not even getting turn 4 Tron. Jeez. We are probably still going to lose this game, but my goodness. They really... Oh, you're talking about the original Kamigawa player reward tokens. Sure, but I mean, lots of things from that era are quite expensive. They might have hardcast... Nope. Karn the Great Creator. Have they... They have revealed the mine. Oh, wow. That is not a good draw. Well, we take a Leyline Binding in case they cast Ulamog. Although right now, we won't be able to cast the Leyline Binding once they cast Ulamog. And we take another Shark Typhoon. We have a lot of counterspells in our deck. It would be nice to draw one. I'm sure it is, Strifo. I saw it coming, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're in the market to cycle Shark Typhoon for 0 and try to draw Archmage's Charm or Counterspell. Did you see my amazing screenshot from today, Kaya, with my trophy? This is Ugin. Ugin's easy to solve. Ugin's super, super easy mode. Karn Liberated, not so much. Teferi so ignored. Did I miss the tick up again? Jesus. I've never missed it this many times. Fetches Emrakul, the Promised End. That's a yikes. Oh, it's on my Twitter. Hold on. I think. Does this work? Nope. Yeah, I'll get the screenshot. I might be able to. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Boy, are we playing a lot of counterspells we're not drawing. One, two, three types in graveyard, 8 mana in play. Can't currently Emrakul. Okay. Nine men in play. Still 3 card types in graveyard. Fuck. One time? Come on. All right. Let's hope that they go after a land. We get to punish them for it. Nope. Shit. I mean, they can go for the land afterwards. I was hoping they would punt here. They didn't. All right. Big trouble. God damn it! Their hand was so slow this game, and just I drew 20 cards in and didn't find a single counterspell. All right, it's okay. Go game 2. You can't win them all. Sometimes you can't win any of them. Veto. Chalice. Stony. Bring in more counters. Oh, we don't have many. Okay, so none of this stuff. I don't think I need Dress Down. And I almost definitely don't need Verdict, so Dress Down is probably better. Yeah, he has Crumble in the newest version. We don't have it here. Blitz is good versus small card, probably not worth it. I mean, it cycles. It's also an answer for like big car and down tick. Yeah, it's better than Dress Down. And then we'll board out an ending. Yeah. No, Solitude better. All right. Everything went the right way for us to win that last game, and we didn't. So I don't. If they don't have the right hand, this completely wrecks them. I think it's just keep on 7. I'm really lucky. My headphones have a volume knob here, so I've just been flipping off on any of these songs that are actually physically painful. That one was physically painful, so that's why I flipped it off. I wasn't ignoring it. I just turned it down. I'm the music's not loud enough? Is it really? I can turn it up. Yeah, I've never heard this version of Skibidi, but I like it. Yeah, I don't like watching streams where the music. Well, I like it when it's usually audible, but recently I've been getting more into a mood where it's like I'd prefer it to be a little bit more low. Wow, slow Tron again. It beat me last game, and they know what they're up against, so that makes sense because then they could have Veil. Yeah, exactly. They know they have time. I play Chalice. It's better here than Stony Silence because it basically blocks all the same things, except for O-Stone, which they won't be playing soon. That's why you don't watch Canister at all. Yeah. Chalice is better than Stony here because did they just miss the land drop entirely? That's wild. No, they didn't. This didn't do anything. But my hand has decided to continue to be garbage, so we may just die. I blocked their Veils successfully. Okay, whew. Wow, that's gonna line up nice, huh? Finally drew a counterspell and a Teferi. Wow. It's a lot like yours, Chase. Well, it's just picked by the viewers, and the viewers pick a lot of meme music. I assume I'm supposed to Teferi the O-Stone, but because I still have Counterspell up. It's like the most tempo positive play. But then if they go cast O-Stone, then play the land. Oh, they can't. Okay, they can't do that. Okay. So we'll let them replay it. Oh, thanks, Roy. Perfect draw. Yeah, so sorry. I grabbed the picture up. So triple Serum Powdered on 7. So I have 21 cards in exile, and this is the hand that it gave me as the 4th hand after 3 Serum Powders. Absolute perfection. That you almost couldn't have a better Prisintron hand than this. I can't reasonably solve this at any pace, so gotta counter it. Missed the land drop here. I kind of want to play the second Teferi, but the one in play is ready for me to cash it in for a card. So I think we just pass and pray here. If they play Little Karn, they probably tick up on Chalice. Warping Whale. Uh-huh. And then what? Oh, okay. I see. Mm. Okay, so that gives me Deluge. I don't need to play the new Teferi. All right. Literal nothing. Goodness gracious. Wow. Similarly very little. Jesus Christ. So I could go to Fairy minus Cycle Shark Typhoon for 0 and still draw into Archmage's Charm. No, I'm 1 short. No, I'm not. That's correct. Okay. Here we definitely don't hardcast Shark for sure. I guess I'm cycling that instead of Shark for 0 if I have to. So I can't cast it into the Chalice. Boseiju, my Chalice. I mean, yeah, I guess. map that they can't activate? They haven't played a land yet. They might have one. Let's see if I... Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. They double can't activate it. Okay. Yeah, I just wasted 2 power and toughness on my shark. I'm going to change the clock. Okay. Mm. Mm. They kept their 7. Did you sign out the counters? I did not. Yeah, but they've had so many Slotrons already, like... Alright. Wow! We found the counters! Alright, well, that's... For the matchup, this is the best one. See you, Bish. Take care. Wow! We found them all! Found literally all the counters. Alright. Probably just dead. Although, if we had any hand that was going to get through this, which we kept the 6 with Stony, I mean, I just don't think that was a feasible choice in any way. But, I mean, hindsight, yeah. Would have been great. We also don't... Hold on. Yeah, we don't know how much it would matter, though. It stopped this tower. I mean, potentially for a small amount of time, but... You just... I mean, I can't make that decision, right? Like... Yeah. Wormcoil. That's why I didn't counterspell last turn. Probably isn't a world where I crack the fetch before my draw step. Yeah. The statistically low effect is still relevant, and it was correct not to. Because my life total really doesn't matter. Thanks, Decimal Point. Yeah. Whew. Alright. If they don't have some kind of horrible land-destroying planeswalker, we might be okay. Oh, that's fine. I don't know shit about that card. Oh! Hell yeah! Hey, Blitz. Now we can draw Stony. They have 7 cards, be more realistic. I missed the Teferi. That's on me. Wow. Yeah, I missed it. I know. They got a pair of stones. They have Warping Whale in hand. That's fine. I'm just going to Deluge here. If they want to cast it now, that's fine. Other Deluge? Yeah. Maker. Okay, they don't. Now they don't want to cast it. Cast what? You have to parry. Oh, yeah, you're right. But that. Yeah, they. Oh, okay. That's why they didn't do it, I guess. I don't know what. I don't know what they pumped. Yeah, you're all right, but like. It's. If this is the player I think it is, like. They really. Maybe it was that. Like, he should know. He's good goddamn Magic the Gathering player. Alright. Deluge. Uh-oh. Yeah. I mean, we could beat this. It certainly sucks. One short of these deluges now. Pops the O-Stone. I'd have bounced stone there. I mean, they have 2. Yeah, you're probably right. Because then they do this and they take the card off the Teferi that I should have had. Top the Shark? Yeah, we're going to top the Shark. Yeah. Eugene. So, yeah, I just have to counter it. Great draw. Think you'd rather dig there? Well, I couldn't let the... You mean not reset the shark? I didn't, yeah. I specifically didn't reset the shark there because I was assuming that I'd have to cast Memory Deluge, and we drew up really nice for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Can top the shark and double counter? Yes, we can. They get in there 1 point before they cast Karn. Oh, they're not casting it. All right. Oh, they might want to stone, I guess. Boseiju. Steerings. They ought to make cast steerings. I can't counter that. Oh, shit. We just counter this and make a shark, though, right? It's not that bad. Do it. Do it. Perfect draw. Okay, let's draw one more land or something. All right, opponent, it's all you. Oh, that's not... That's... Yeah, they can't do anything devastating with this. They basically just use this to screw our Deluge. I mean, they have to take 2 cards. They have to. Okay, grab Kaheera, pitch the Solitude, wipe out my big shark. Don't play your land. Okay, fine. Legit. I have 2 counterspells left in the deck, so we're probably just going to go land and then Deluge for counterspell on the next turn. I still have a 2/2. Oh, they're going to set Shark Typhoon on top? No. Yeah. They're not setting anything on top. It doesn't help them. Yeah. 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Cool, that did almost nothing. It took a counterspell out. It slowed down my clock. Eugene. So we just get a binding. Then they have O-Stone. So I need 2 bindings? It's over. Two bindings, I think, is what I have to take here. Blitz? No, we're not taking Blitz. It's not enough. No, they just minus the Ugin and they kill the Blitz. Or they O-Stone counter on the Ugin and then pop that. Hall can kill them. It can. Hall binding? I don't think that the one binding doesn't do anything here. So if we're gonna go Hall, we should also go Archmage's Charm. But you do know that like Ugin ults incredibly fast, right? I guess I could attack Ugin, counter the stone. How do we counter the stone? Binding and Charm, you have Heliod, it does. What? You can put the... Okay, so yeah, I see. I see. Yeah. Well, they can just let the binding on stone resolve. They could always just let the binding on stone resolve. They don't have to minus the shark. They plus on shark. They just bolt it. The shark is dead and their Ugin is on 9. Yeah. We binding on Ugin, then we binding on the... Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Oh, it's 3. Fuck. So much mana right now. Thought I could get an end of turn there. It doesn't really matter that much. Does this mean I can go for the stone first? Yeah, it does. Upheap it? Why? This way I get to clear it in a way that I don't know if it matters or not, but I don't care anymore. I don't know if it matters anymore, and I can't really care about it. Why? Oh, because of the Stony and all that shit. Second boat stage Rexus? Does it? How about Force of Vigor? We can actually attack this Ugin down fairly quickly with the Hall. Or I can just attack them. If they don't have any creatures, we just kill them in 2 turns. I don't know how much it matters, though. I mean, we'll find out. We'll see what this gets. Sanctum? Okay. So if they have one more large spell, we lose. And if they don't, probably win. No. They have a warping way. Oh, that's fine. That doesn't matter. It's like, why did they tap 4 for warping well? Okay. Whoo! We can also put a Leyline Binding on top, so if they play a blocker, we have an out. Yeah, we got him. Oh, gaming out here. Jesus. That was a sick league. I enjoyed playing this a lot more than the Zach Allen version of the control deck. I think, yeah, Hall of the Storm Giants is great. I mean, I just like the scrappiness of this deck a lot more than the much more Planeswalker heavy version. There's something about it that just like matches how I want to play a little bit more. And if I was better at it, yeah, we would have done well. Anywho, definitely should look into Wafo's updated list, and if you're ever interested, you can check out Wafotapa on twitch.com/Wafotapa and watch his challenge runs and stuff. The most recent replay of his challenge top 4 is awesome. And he's one hell of a player who plays some crazy decks. That said, if you're watching this in the future on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of my other videos you're interested in then. And I will see you